What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to remove an Integra radiator support. Your radiator support is probably looking that way, but we're in the middle of a bigger project. So our radiator support is facing forward right now. So in this part of the video, we're going to show you how to remove it and install it. First things first, you're going to have to remove everything off of the radiator support. So that includes headlights, bumper support. You don't need to remove the hood latch, but you should remove the hood latch. Any harnesses that are here, this is a front cut, so it's a bit of an exception. But basically, you don't want anything here because you don't want anything to block the spot welds. Get into the spot welds you got to remove. So a good way to just check to see which spot welds do and do not matter would be to just go around and look behind the radiator support and also feel around and use common sense to see what matches up and what doesn't. The radiator support is this top bar, this center bar, and this whole thing down here. Some people leave this here and just replace the top end. This video we're removing everything. So to go off with the spot welds, again, if you go from the back, you'll be able to see which ones actually matter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now go on this side. 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 'This last one's right here. All right. Maybe one in there. That's questionable. All right, so that's the face of it here. All right. And then there's 2 more in here. You can see the spot welds that actually matter. They're like divots, or all the spot welds are like divots. But you can see, if you follow the edge of the radiator support, you can see the ones that actually matter, the ones that don't. Come on this side, you're gonna go through the same thing. Gonna start on this side here and just feel around. So this side's giving me a little bit of a trouble. So some of them you can't feel, some of them you can, but that's 1. This one's 2. This one's 3. 2 right here. 4, 5, 6. And come on this side. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 maybe. 13 right here. Okay. I just realized something, that this rad support is actually messed up on this corner. So that's something we're gonna have to consider. Yeah, see, this bend doesn't go the same, so this is hit out. But it doesn't matter, because if you're removing it, it's probably because it's broken. 2 more here, and then 2 more in this pocket. 1 on each side. All right. Now we're gonna look on the top side of the radiator. On the top side, you're gonna use the same kind of idea that you're using on the other side, but you're gonna feel underneath and see where it's touching. So 1 here, another 1 there. That's 3 there, and that's it for over here. I think I might have missed 1 up here and another 1 right here. So I think that's 13. That's 15. Okay. Anyways, back over here, we're gonna go through it. We got 1 right here, another 1 right here, another 1 right here. Probably best if you make sure this is super clean, so that way you can see it. A lot of it gets hidden by the dirt. So now we're gonna go count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, and 44. So there is something you guys should know, that some of them have spot welds that are kind of right on top of each other. Some of them have spot welds that are just a little bit different than maybe in the factory. The spot welder might have done an extra one if it didn't line up properly. So just the number I just gave, it's a rough estimate. Typically pretty accurate, maybe off by like 1 or 2 at most. So those are what you remove, and how you remove them is with one of these tools. A belt sander. So this is pneumatic, so you gotta put some air. Pretty sure Milwaukee makes one now, so you can use an electric one. But basically, you use the belt sander, you put it on top of the spot weld, and you let it go all the way through till you see the metal underneath, and then you see the radiator support will lift off. This, I don't think I recommend for like a replacement. In this case, I intend on using this radiator support potentially on another car. But if you're just scratching it, this would be the best way, because this is gonna eat up the actual rat support. So it doesn't matter, but if you're gonna put another one on, you might wanna use one of these other 2 options. So a spot weld remover, which I feel like is the best and design tool to use this. So what a spot weld remover does, it basically cuts a ring around the spot weld and cuts the spot weld off of the radiator support, but still attaches it to whatever's behind it. So essentially, if you use a spot weld cutter, you cut through the radiator support, remove the radiator support, and then on the frame rail behind it, you'll still see the spot weld still there. So when you put your new radiator support over it, they should essentially line up. So that's that other tool. You know, a die grinder would just be good to like kind of get to it, but you could also use a die grinder the same way you use a belt sander. And lastly, a drill. So what a lot of people do is they take a drill bit, they take a smaller one or a punch, and they go around and they make center punches with a center punch, which you should do. So you make those, and then you drill a pilot hole with this, and then you get a bigger drill bit, probably the size of this. I think this may be like whatever is smaller than a 3/8. It's small, but they'll get a bigger drill bit and basically just drill the top of the spot, drill the weld out. So essentially you're basically cutting again through the radiator support and making the frame rail flat. You don't want to, I don't suggest you drill straight through both sheets of metal, because that'll make the repair a little bit more difficult, as you'll have to fill in the weld from the front and the back. Assuming you got a brand new one, either aftermarket or OEM, you could essentially cut all the way through and then weld the rat support from the back. But assuming that your car has an engine in it and not like this, which is just a shell, it'll prove to be a little difficult, but it still can be done. Don't get me wrong. So if you have a drill, the drill bits I think cost maybe like $40 for like a good set. Spot weld remover, I believe this is $5, and you could buy like 3 or 4, and as long as you know how to use them, they last a very long time. Die grinder, again, not really the best tool for it. These things wear out rather quickly, so you're gonna, I think for a pack of 3 of these, you're paying like $80, like $8-9. So this is gonna be the most expensive option as far as replacements. And then this is obviously, if you have this tool, then it's not expensive at all. This one is from Harbor Freight, and I don't know, maybe we don't know how to use it or not, or we got to tighten this somehow, but this keeps moving, and it makes it a little hard when you're like, sanding the spot weld, and it keeps moving. So we prefer not to use this. Also, we have a 25-gallon compressor. This is going to use a much larger compressor because it uses a lot of air. So with that, all that being said, what we're going to use is going to be obviously the spot weld remover. I'm not going to say that we're not going to use a combo of everything here, but this is going to be our primary tool that we're going to use. I'll put the link in the bio below. You can find it at Harbor Freight, Amazon, anywhere online probably. I don't have a center punch, so we're gonna use this small drill bit to create pilot holes. And you just want to get them right as close to the center as possible. And then I'm not going to tell you guys how to use a drill, but essentially I start slow, and once I have a pilot hole, I'll go a little quicker. It's walking on me. It is reversible, so if you can see on the bottom, it has teeth. I don't know if this is focused or not, but basically, we're gonna open this like so. I guess this is reverse threaded. Oh, we're going lefty loose. And then you flip it around. You go righty tighty. Hopefully you guys can see this. Now, we have a new set of threads of teeth to cut. We're almost done. See that? It just came off on its own. That's the best way to go. That's exactly where you want to go. That. So that's how you know you went to a spot weld, because it'll just pop out like that. So now this is all loose here. Now we're gonna lift this up again and start hammering it. So basically, you want to go behind each one of these spot welds and kind of just pry it off. So you can see the hammer's here, and all of these are now lifting. So it'll come down a little bit lower, do the same thing. I didn't realize how far you guys had moved, but we're done. So this frame rail completely disconnected. Now this one's been giving us a run for our money. So if you look under here, there's like 2 or 3 that just haven't completely gone off. Whoa. All right, so here we left with. And that is how you remove a radiator support. With that being said, if you found this helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Any questions, put in the comments down below. And if you enjoy our content, subscribe down below. See you guys on the next one. Peace.